What's up, guys? We are back. Big chat energy. And I'm Kelsey. You know that. K Carter, whatever you want to call me.
I'm Jazz. Jasmine Dominique. Jazz. Whatever.
I'm Jameer. Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings to you.
Baejing. Baejing be tripping. However you call me, I will answer.
All right, guys. So the topic of the hour is interracial dating.
Yes!
Hold on. Now,
Yes.
I know I got this black love.
Oh my God.
You know, on shout out to Fine Love soon too for this. But I know this gonna get crazy, right?
It's about to get heated. Because I already know how you come. I already know.
Listen, I just want to say, I believe, my beliefs are that black love is important. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, I'm saying this as a disclaimer, by the way, because I already know, how this gonna go. Mm-hmm. I don't want people to think that I don't believe black men. We're gonna just say black men. Should just.
She pointing the finger already.
Should
start off as a disclaimer and now it's personal.
Yeah, where we gonna go?
Hold on, because I already know how y'all about to come, and I know. Listen, all I'm saying is I just really feel like you can love whoever you want to love. Mm-hmm. However, for black men, don't date all races except black women. Now, Jameer, I see your face, but I know you like black women, so I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying.
Who you attacking?
I'm not attacking nobody. I'm just saying, y'all know. Let's keep it real. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know a lot of black men look down on black women when it comes to dating them. Y'all know that. That's why we promote. That's why a lot of people promote.
Agree.
That's why a lot of people promote. Make sure you love your sisters. Make sure you know what I mean?
It's important in this.
So anyway, interracial dating, my thoughts, I've never dated outside my race. I'm just attracted to the black man. That's just, I like him, But I do have different kind of feelings about it. I don't want to come off as a jerk. You know what I mean? What about you guys? You guys date all women or just black women or?
I've dated outside the black race.
Is there any reason or just what you was attracted to?
Yo, like.
I'm just curious.
This is how I know it's about to get real. It's about to get heated up here because, yo, I'm going to tell you. So, I've definitely dated outside of the black race. And not on purpose. I have just connected with certain people that were outside of my race when I was like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm black. So, well, you know what? Before we even jump into it, let's just stay at the question at hand. Have you dated outside your race? So, yes, I have. And I'm gonna save it for when we get real.
All right, what other races were they that you dated?
White, Spanish.
White? Date
Indian.
or have sex?
All right, well, now you asking a lot.
No, because it's a difference.
Which one you want to know? Date or have
both.
sex?
Do you date?
If I dated them, I had sex with them.
Okay, but you
real nigga.
But what I'm saying is you probably had sex without dating, right?
No.
So when you say white, Spanish, Indian, black, you've dated all of them.
We went on dates.
Okay.
And we text a lot.
All right, Jameer.
Because now that's a whole other topic. That's a whole other, because now you're getting into dating.
It's interracial dating.
So now
dating.
Right. So now you're trying to ask, like, what is dating? Like,
but it's an interracial dating conversation. So
I honestly don't know the last time that I've had a one night stand. So no, like I've actually talked to, you guys are disgusting. I've actually spoken, I actually dated these women, like went on dates, had something to eat, whatever. And yeah, maybe I did have intercourse.
Jameer, have you?
No, I've dated outside of the race, but I primarily love black women. That's just what it is. I went through a period where, like, my friend had challenged me to date, like, she was a black woman. She was like, date outside your comfort zone. We had this bet. She was dating short dudes. She usually date tall dudes. And, I had, dated outside the race. It come to a point where, you getting head, and then you just feel like your ancestors is just shaking their heads at you, just like,
That
look
took
at
a
you.
different turn.
Look at you. Look at you, B. And I just felt bad. Like, I just never felt... I always feel comfortable with black women. I just feel like at my most comfortable point.
Because we know you.
It's a different kind of understanding.
Yeah, we understand each other.
And yo, again, not to say I don't ever look down on people for dating outside their race. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever, but it comes to a point. As long as you don't disrespect black men or black women, I'm cool with it.
I'm gonna hold that because I want to say something to
Let's
that.
hold it.
But
Well,
the first I'm gonna
let's
ask
get
Jazz.
real quick. Yeah,
Jazz,
because
have you dated outside of your race?
Yes.
Look at the way her bottom lip's shaking. Go ahead and tell the truth.
I have not.
She said,
I haven't dated outside of my race.
haven't?
Like,
Would you?
What?
Have you slept with somebody outside of your race?
No.
So you straight black man.
Yeah.
Is that a
y'all,
shock?
But y'all know how
I
I
could've
roll.
sworn she
Y'all know what I want. I want that happy black
Family.
family.
She want
I
Barack
want-
and Michelle.
Yes, I
Right.
want that.
Right.
Ideally.
Would you
Well,
date
what about-
outside of your race?
Me personally, I just don't think that we're gonna have the same everybody's views and the way they were raised and their religious preference. All of that adds into.
I got a question. I know I only got a question of, like, about nuances. So, say you got a black man, but he's half. or-
I would definitely.
Okay.
I would
do half.
definitely
So
do
you
a half.
dated somebody
I've
who
dated
was
half,
black
yeah.
and something
I
else?
have not, but I would.
Okay.
But he's
I
asking
have.
the
I've dated black and Spanish.
So let me ask you two a question. Let's say because you know what I see the direction that the conversation is going, and I need to be that nigga that's gonna shake it up. That's why I got a white shirt on today, and everybody else wearing dark colors. Everybody else got
Hold on. Why you got a
everybody else
white
got
shirt
dark
on?
colors. I got a white shirt on.
Because you represent the
today
Caucasian
because-
people?
Absolutely not. I represent.
What white mean?
I represent the difference.
Okay.
And I really want to get into this conversation, and I'm actually happy that we're having it.
All right,
So
get to it.
I want to pose a question to you two individuals. Now, I'm gonna start with Kelsey, and then we'll work over to you.
Boy, if you
I
don't
want to
get
give you guys. Give me 3 things about a man, not a black man, not a white man,
Just
not
a
a
man.
Spanish man, just a man. Period. Give me 3 things about a man that drives you crazy.
Oh, in a bad way
In
or
a
a good way?
That you're looking for.
Well, is
Makes you
bad
moist.
sexy? If
No,
you like a
in a-
bad nigga, then
In a good way.
That makes you moist.
3 ways. Yes, three things about a man that will make you say yes.
Okay, being overly honest.
Right.
That's my top right there.
Okay.
Spontaneous and romantic. You gonna say, can
Stop.
you get
No,
that?
no,
Can you
stop,
get that?
stop,
You only gonna get that from a black man.
She said honest.
I know Dejan.
She
I know
said
where he's going
honest.
with
She
this.
said honest, spontaneous, and
Romantic.
romantic. Okay, Jazz.
I knew where he's going.
Manners.
Right.
The way he carries himself.
Correct.
And
Big dick.
oh my God. Is that
I
what
said
like?
3.
Manners, the way he carries himself, and the way he treats people.
You
Okay,
didn't mention that
cool.
before.
So,
I like him big.
so my question to you two is, if you could find a man that wasn't black, that had 3 of those qualities that you both look for,
Am I settling
are
for
you
that?
Well, what do you consider settling?
But am I?
Because at that point,
because
settling to you is, well, he not black, so I'm settling.
But just because he
That
has
could be it, though.
those 3 qualities, am I automatically dating him? No.
No, what I'm saying is,
If
okay,
he
so
possessed
basically,
that.
the point that I'm trying to make is, the way I view it is, and don't get me wrong, I'm a black man. My mother's black. I love black women. I've dated black women. You know, personally, I've dated black women, love black women. The point that I'm trying to make is, I don't believe that. Let me finish my point before y'all attack me,
Okay.
because I already know it's coming.
Make it.
I don't believe that we have to subject ourselves to one race. And let me explain why. Because my stepmom is an advocate for black on black love. She don't like anything outside that. She's low key racist.
The generation too.
But right, and she grew up in Louisiana, all that. She done seen the slavery shit. Boom. So her whole mindset is black men step outside of black women. And then my question to her is, well, why is it okay for black women to date white men? Because they do that. Serena Williams.
That's true.
We do it. We do
You
it.
know what I'm saying? So my question was, why is that okay when black women do it, but when black men do it, it's not okay? Like it's an uproar.
I get what you're saying. I do see that a lot. My opinion is.
I'm gonna tell you what her answer was too.
My opinion is, if you date all women, including black, I'm fine with that. I would not look at you no differently. Yeah. However, if you don't date black women at all,
that's a problem.
I have a problem with that as a black man. I have a problem with that.
I get that.
I understand that.
That's my thing.
You're just being automatically attracted to everything other than black women.
Okay, but that's what you're doing essentially though, because you're saying I only want a black man.
No, but I didn't say I only wanted a black man. The question
you said that was settling.
No, I said if somebody else had those three qualities, I'm just not going to settle for just going outside of my race.
Would you?
I would date somebody else other than my race, but ideally, I would want black love. Right. That's what I see in my life. That's what I want.
Well, I got a question real quick. Anybody, y'all believe in soulmates?
Yeah.
Yes.
Soulmates, right? So, like it dawned on me. I know some people who, I mean, they get married to somebody that they like grown up with, and you know, they call them like the love of their life and soulmates and everything. But when you truly look at soulmates, and this is going to sound contradictory of like what I said, because I love black women, but souls, this is why I don't have a problem with people dating outside their race, as long as there's no disrespect, because you're not looking at color no more, you're looking at souls. And it's interesting to think that out of this whole big world, you meet somebody down the block and y'all fall in love, and you know what I'm saying? So when I suggest people like, you don't have to necessarily date outside your race, but keep an open mind, because the person for you might not be the same color as you.
That's all I'm saying.
That's highly realistic.
That's
That's highly realistic. Without getting away from saying, yo, I love black women because I feel like black women get me, and I feel like the love is reciprocal, and I feel loved when I'm with a black woman. But what I will say is that your soulmate might be a redhead kid from fucking Scotland.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all souls might connect like that.
He may even live in New Jersey.
He might live in New Jersey. I don't know.
Jersey City.
But
He might know black.
I'm kidding.
No, but you see what I'm saying? It's like your soul knows what your soul wants. Right. Despite color, creed,
that's all I'm saying.
Orientation.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Jameer, I get you. But you know what? There was two different men, two different races that were interested in me, right? One was, he was from Taiwan. And then the other one, I don't remember if he was from Pakistan or what, but he was,
right.
The issues that I had with them, they use the N-word.
Right. Okay.
I have issues with that.
That's a problem.
I'm not gonna lie, I have issues with Spanish people using the N-word.
That's a big problem.
And
it's
just because you listen to hip hop or you're young does not mean that you can use that word. So for me, that's a problem, right? Because the way I'm thinking deeper into it, is your parents saying this word? So when I come over, are they talking about, oh, you brought that nigga girl over? I could be reaching.
Yes.
I could be reaching.
No.
But you bring up
a good point. So I got a question. Like, when it comes down to that, and you're expressing yourself as far as a black woman or black man to a partner that is black, but partially, or is black but doesn't have the African American experience. For anybody who's dated somebody that might have been biracial or black but not from the continent of the U.S., like Africa, Brazil,
Right,
any
right.
other place. How has that been? Because, yeah, they might be black, one partially, or yes, black 100%, but they don't get the U.S. experience.
Which is completely different from other countries.
Right.
Well, I've dated.
Definitely
Completely
I've
different.
dated a Nigerian,
Okay.
and but he's first generation. So
First generation U.S.
yeah. So,
Okay, so like I'm talking about somebody.
I haven't
from-
dated somebody from the boat.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Off the
Or
boat.
somebody who's like partially black. Say you 25% black, right? And they saying the N word around you.
Woo.
Y'all in a relationship,
Do it.
but he black.
I get you.
You
I
see
mean,
what
I
I'm
get
saying?
you. I've like I said, I've had a relationship with someone who was half Spanish
Okay.
and half black, but their culture, he grew up with his black side. So to me, it was a little different because he didn't identify with his Spanish side.
So does that?
You know, so I
so-
haven't had an experience with anyone who was strictly in a household that wasn't black.
So does that make or break black love? If
If they're half,
yeah.
to me, no, because
Okay.
he still has a connection to the culture.
Okay.
Because, you
so it's
know-
about connectivity with the culture. in a
Yes,
sense.
but
Okay.
you still have to be black. There has to be some blackness there because, just like I said, the guy who was from Taiwanese, he thought he was with the culture because he dressed as the culture. He, spoke
Right.
as the culture. He listened to the culture as most people, take our culture, which we're not gonna get into, but you already know.
Yeah.
But so because he felt like he identified with it, he felt that he could use that word.
Okay.
And I had to stop him.
Right.
Whatever you want to say to your people, fine, but don't say that around me
Got you.
because it ain't.
There's nothing wrong with you only wanting to date black men.
Well,
No, it's not
well,
wrong at all.
Well, I
Do
I
your
would date
thing.
other races. Now, when we're talking
I
about
know.
marriage,
But
I think that if you want to date, like if you say I only want to date within my race, right?
I didn't
There's
say that, by the way.
absolutely nothing wrong with. Well, no, I take that back. It's not that there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like you may, like, to your point, you could potentially be holding yourself back
You
from
could.
something on a greater
The
level,
world is
and
big.
you would never know
didn't
because
say
you're
that, by the
only
way.
no. I'm speaking for those individuals that actually do that.
Okay.
Like, you would never know.
if you put in a
You
box,
would never
yeah.
know what you can have because you're necessarily keeping yourself locked in and say, I'ma only fuck with these black niggas.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'ma only fuck with these black niggas.
I know that's strong. That's strong. But,
we get you.
Right.
These young black kings.
It's like I'ma only mess with these black kings, right? Like, I'ma
There you
only mess
go.
with these black kings. One black king cheated on me. One black king had a whole family that I ain't know about. One black king was lying all the time.
You
know
have
what
to
I'm
treat
saying?
people
And
as an individual.
it has to be an
Yeah.
individual
You have to treat
thing.
people as an
It has to be an
individual.
individual thing.
I agree
But
with that, 100%.
I don't believe that you should subject yourself to one main race because I feel like you could necessarily be blocking your blessing. Just like he said, his friend would only date tall people.
Yeah.
Now she was like, let me date a short nigga. That
Yeah.
short nigga might be cool. You know what I mean? But I don't think you should limit it to just a physical feature. Maybe
okay. I mean-
maybe that individual is black. Maybe that I just and this goes back to the way that you were raised. You know, my family never taught me to see color. I had white friends. I grew up in Franklin. So
I know, me
my
too.
first friend was white. To this day I talk to him. Peyton
this
Smith.
day.
What up, Peyton?
What up,
I talked
Pete?
to him.
I used to have
him.
such a big crush on Peyton.
I talk to Peyton to this day.
To this
Nothing
day.
has changed. And honestly, I could tell you some real shit. I got black friends, white friends, Spanish friends, whatever. Me and Peyton be talking and it just be some regular
Do
shit.
he say nigga?
No, he know. He know not. I'll be his ass. He know not to say nigga. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go on the phone with him and say cracker. You know,
Right.
you understand what I'm saying? It's a respect
Respect.
thing for one another. But we both understand the history behind our race. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
I
we
get
don't
it.
subject ourselves and say, I'm gonna only have black friends. You know what I'm saying? No, I learn shit from them white motherfuckers.
No, I
You know what I'm
get
saying?
that.
But-
And again, I'm not opposed to dating
Right.
outside of your race. Just date your race too.
Of course.
Don't X them out
You can't
because
say that you don't. Me and you saying the same point because
Let me get
you
some
can't
temple.
say that you don't fuck with another race if you never even tried.
I get that,
You know what I'm saying?
right? Yes,
and,
I get
and,
that.
And that's exactly what you're saying. As a black man, you can't say that you don't want to fuck with black women if you never even dated a black woman.
All right,
You know
let
what
me
I'm
just
saying?
say this really quick, right? Serious question. dating is cool, right? We
Yeah.
date because we're experimenting. We trying to see what it is what do we like, right? You try to date people that are different, that are similar, just to see how it vibes. Now, when we talking about, because we getting up there in age, right? We talking about for the next level.
Yeah.
So marriage,
If
would
end
you
up
marry?
Dating, that's what I'm about to
Would
ask
you marry a
If
different
you
race?
ended up dating a white man, and this everything, he was everything on paper. Y'all can sit and talk to one another. Y'all understand. There was nothing wrong with this man. You knew you could build a family and start a life with him and actually get married to him. Would you not marry him? And if you say yes, you wouldn't marry him, would it be because he was white?
You want to go first?
No, I ain't ask her. I'm asking you.
Nah, you know what? You know what?
I want to know, would you not talk to me. Because
you know what I'm thinking about.
I don't think I could.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking
I know
about my family
Right.
and how they would react as
Right.
well. Because
I'm not even thinking about that.
my family is black love.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. To my knowledge, like just quickly thinking about immediate family, there's nobody in my family who married outside of the race.
Right.
So I would be the first.
Right.
You know, so
I was the first in my family to go to college. The first
I
time for everything.
I get that, but it ain't the same.
It is the same. It's the same. I was the
I
first
think.
But some I'm gonna let you go.
No, go
2
ahead, go
seconds.
ahead, go
But
ahead.
some families will disown you for marrying a different race.
Can you
but
really
that's
call
a-
them family?
Exactly. That's a problem.
That's a big
Let's,
But it happens.
Let's take family out of the equation, right? Boom. Family don't even exist. It's just y'all two. My thing as far as dating somebody outside of my race is that if there are no boundaries that are addressed, there's always going to be that looming shit over your head. So people go into this shit like, I'm a date outside the race, it's going to be cool, whatever. I'm a free thinker, free speech, whatever. You know, I'm an equal opportunity person. No one ever addresses the elephant in the room. There's always going to be cultural differences.
Yeah.
Always.
That's
Always.
the make or break. The
Yes.
reason why we
Always.
afraid to bring bring other people home to the family that don't use our comb or our brush necessarily
Right.
is because the cultural differences.
Yeah.
It's always going to go back to slavery. It's a direct link.
And to your point, I feel like that doesn't necessarily just happen amongst other races. That happens within the black community.
Oh, definitely too.
Peep this.
Definitely too.
You got black people that have struggled their whole entire life. They understand the struggle.
Yeah.
Now, you got some black people that were born into wealth. You got some black people that's
Affluent
okay.
black folk,
Look at
yeah.
Jay-Z and them kids. They don't know shit about
kids.
Newark. They ain't never gonna know nothing about Newark. They ain't never gonna know nothing about Jersey City.
That's good.
My point
That is good.
But my point to that is because you know how we do as a people. Now, let's say you dated a girl that was fortunate growing up.
Yeah.
She don't know nothing about no struggle, no nothing.
Right.
She come over, you bring her home. Your family done been through some struggle, to my knowledge. I don't know. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
I get you. Examples.
Yeah. So let's say that your family been through struggle and they understand. You know how black people care. Oh, look at this old privileged ass, bougie ass.
There's
you know what I
always
mean? Now,
gonna be
it's
a
always gonna be
disconnect.
a disconnect
Right.
in there somewhere. But to agree with you, it has to be addressed. If you
don't address it,
if you don't address it,
it's
then
always
it's a
gonna be
problem.
looming.
Because you can't speak to what your family believe in. You can't speak to what your family want for you.
Yeah.
It ain't about
Right.
them though. It's about you.
At the end of the day,
At the end of the
it's
day,
about
it's
you.
all about you. You could date outside of your race, and that motherfucker be everything that you ever dreamed. That he make you feel like a fucking queen. Are you serious? And then you telling me that you would purposely not fuck with him because
I'm
of what
not
your family
saying
gonna
that.
think. That's what you just said.
I didn't
You
say that.
my
I said I
family-
don't know. I said if I
Okay.
were to bring a
Yeah.
white man home,
Yeah.
let's just say white. If I were to bring a white man home, because that's the total opposite.
the other.
Right.
Right.
I don't know how. You know what I mean? Same thing if I would have brought a woman home.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
No, it's the same.
a woman would be more like, I think
You
they
about to
might-
shake up the
mama.
crib.
You
You about
don't
to
know
shake
my
up the
mama.
crib. You about to
Okay.
shake up the crib.
She old school.
Okay.
The only point that I'm
No
trying
white,
to make, and then
no-
Jazz, I'm gonna let
No
you
like,
go.
no white, no like. Okay.
The only point that I'm trying to make is, I just don't. It's the same thing with opportunities in life.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with, you know.
It's a big
anything.
world.
It's
It's a
just,
big world out
it's just.
there.
I don't. And I've traveled the world and I've met people. To your point, you get first generation versus people that actually from that place.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone places and I've met African American people that live in other countries that they don't think like how we think over here. You understand what I'm saying? I've been across the continent and met people.
Yeah.
And when I actually sit and talk to them, they like, yeah, you know, we got racism here, but y'all really bugging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Well,
sat and spoke
America's
with
a different kind of...
I sat and spoke with a black girl from London. She's like, Baejing, the police is killing black people over there like it ain't nothing. And they looking at it like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shit ain't happening in
It's
London.
way,
you understand what I'm saying?
It's way, and that's the thing. It's way different.
It's way different
than it is in America. And again, like, I stand up for black love, but
I love black people.
I understand, like, we are conditioned to believe that race is a huge barrier.
And we die by it.
I put to you like this: there could be a child that's 2 years old, one black, one white. They come together
and be the best of friends.
No discussion of race. We talking about
be the best of friends.
Well, they were raised right.
They were
no. They're babies.
They just
babies.
Them two babies will play with each other and love each other.
No.
Race is
it does.
Finish your point. Finish your point because he about to say something.
No, because my
but
point.
y'all acting like race is not.
No,
nobody ever said that. We're not saying that.
I'm saying racism is important because of the cultural background of it. That's why I love black women so much.
Yes.
Because of the cultural background. But I'm saying the reason I brought up like soulmates is because there is a person out there that is directly for you, and the idea that they might not be black is very prominent. Yeah. Like, they could be in fucking Russia right now, could have everything that you want, but you don't even know them. But because you so driven on this,
you tunnel vision,
right?
You ain't worried about the nigga outside, the Spanish nigga over
exactly.
here that could possibly put you on and teach you things.
I've accepted that the fact that I might have more than one soulmate, and that yes, if it's 9, all of them might not be black.
9 soulmates?
Yeah, because I think you have multiple soulmates. Yes. Soulmates that you love romantically, soulmates that you just click with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Ideally, they might not all be black.
All right, would y'all marry outside of your race?
Yes.
Just quickly.
Yes, I would. Yes.
I don't know.
Jazz?
I don't know.
Married.
I don't think so.
You know why?
Me personally, I don't think so.
So we can wrap this up.
And you know why I would?
Why are you pointing at me? I wouldn't marry outside of my race, but I would definitely. I don't know, because I have a lot of family members that have married outside of the race. Like
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna let the world know this. I'm black as fuck. It ain't nothing else running through this blood, in these veins, but black blood. And I love my black people. I understand my culture. I understand my history. I know where I come from, and I know where I'm headed. But at the end of the day, I'm down for Baejing. If that Spanish girl, that white girl, that orange, that purple girl across the street gonna treat me good, love me to death, and treat me like the man, and treat me like the king that I am, then that's what I'm going for. My family gonna have to accept me for what's good. And if you don't accept me, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, and we could get a lot deeper on this topic, but I don't want to go like over our time. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You find somebody that love you and treat you the way you're supposed to be treated, I don't believe we should shun them away because they're not of our descent. I just don't.
All right, so the moral of the story is be open, right? Did I get that
right? In my opinion.
Did I get that right?
I think that it's just naive to think that there's not somebody out there
other than your race.
Who's not
other than your race.
Particular race.
Yes.
You could be all for black love, but I think that the world is big, and if you've only been to Jersey and Brooklyn, the ideal
you would know.
You wouldn't know who out there for you if you didn't know.
I feel triggered.
You would not know.
Don't feel triggered.
I was
talking specifically about me. I'm just saying. Yeah. I've been other places, but I'm from Brooklyn. I live in Jersey. But you would be remiss to say that, hey, my soulmate is not out there. That's a fucking Asian person that lives in Japan.
I'm going to purposely stay within my culture because that's ultimately what I want, but you could be necessarily blocking, you know.
Yeah, you just don't know. And a lot of people don't know. Fuck it. Like, I get it.
To your point, I think it's important for y'all to find out. It's important for people to find out.
Travel. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So again, I kind of knew that the guys are gonna be.
You didn't know shit.
I kind of knew they was gonna be on some like exotic bitches type shit. But
nobody ever said that.
I never said exotic like that. I said it had to be foreign.
Nobody ever said that.
I never said that.
We gonna end it on that.
She is
That's
on another
fine.
plane.
All I'm saying
I
is,
never said that.
Date who you want to date. Just make sure you date your race. Okay. Thank you.
Date who you want to date. Be
Thank
happy. Date somebody that makes you happy and that treats you how you were supposed to be treated.
Just don't forget about where you came from. Thank
Yeah.
you guys.
Thank you.
I'm using exotic. That's crazy.